Alright, and we are alive again, ladies and gentlemen. And we're back. Leave lair and infiltrate human base, then escape. Wow, so bossy. It's a beautiful game. It's a game unlike any other. That's one problem with this game. When you beat a level or two, or the entire game, it's like, where do you go from here? What else do you play, you know? Because it's like...
Xenomorph has been contained in biolab 2, but we do need another still at large. Creature will be contained. EPA moving on schedule.
It's a mostly peaceful massacre, you know? It's a mostly peaceful slashing of high prices. I mean, like, when you consider the time in which this game was made... Oh, he shot his own guy! What an asshole! And then the game crashed. That's not good. I literally died so bad, the whole game just gave up, you know? But I gotta tell you, Rebellion, this is one of those games where... This is one of those games that just... When you say the term Alpha Prime, it doesn't really do it justice. Alright, theoretically we're back. Theoretically. Let's try to find OBS here. There we go. Just hit tab a lot. But it's the fastest, it's got the best levels. I mean, I don't get why they couldn't just make another one of these. Just make another one! I like how there's just a random secret passage here. Did the Xenomorphs make it? Xeno Inferno. Oh god. Oh, so yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's one of those issues of like, what makes something like this as good as it is? I see you there with your flamethrower. We gotta slash high prices. Yeah, mostly peaceful massacre. So anyway, mostly peaceful massacre is aside, but one of the things I was thinking of though is like, how exactly does something like this get created? Mostly peaceful? Mostly peaceful? Get something like this become created, because like making a game is not necessarily the same thing as making something like this. Ooh, I think I took it. Ah, damn it! We got hit by a... Did he literally blow himself up? It's like... The enemy is doing more damage to itself. But, you know, you just think about a game like this. Why can't something like this be made again? But then, the more you dig into, like, certain movies, certain books, it's like... It seems like creating something like this is like, pretty much just happenstance. Cut him up! If I was awake, I would not be doing this badly. But the game would be this tough. You know we're not gonna get another AVP. That's never gonna happen. And even if we do, it's gonna be crap. Oh crap, he's got... Get him up! I just love how fast the Xenomorph moves. He doesn't move quite this fast in the film. And if he moved this fast in, say, Alien Isolation, that would be a very short game. Like, it would take an already horribly difficult game and make it even worse. Okay, I think she's got a Portland special. No, she doesn't. Their terror states just are too hilarious. Whoa! We got a grenade coming in. Did they literally blow... Oh my god, he blew himself up! Oh, the humanity. Oh, the humanity. Okay, we're gonna hit him right in his bald head. That's just rough. Oh, no head anymore. We just look at that, like, if one element was different in this game, it would not be that good. Like, the levels had to be made this complex. I mean, just look at it. Look at how much ground we traverse in any given level. And this is just level 2, you know? There's a place we have to go, and I'm not entirely sure where it is. I think it's up here, yep. There we go. Oh yeah, that's the taunt button, because you can taunt. I guess that's Xeno for go fuck yourself. I love how I'm stuck on the wall. Come on, go get him! Cut him up! Wow, what was that idiot even doing? Why was he walking into a wall? You know, maybe they should start paying their troops, you know, maybe getting a little bit of training. I'm not sure when we need to save. Gotta love the size of these vents, though. I mean, like, is it really realistic to have 6-foot-tall vents? You know, the airlocks, access resource laboratories. Like, I almost feel bad for these Marines. just getting completely eradicated. It's like, my God, give them a little bit of training.
Security breached.
Oh, we got a dude bro down there. Oh, come on, bitch, you didn't see anything. And smack him! Smack it! Ah, I gotta go all the way through there again. Yeah, you can cut his arm off and then dead. I like how he does a little Terminator one-handed reload. Hope he's got plenty of shells. But you look at Aliens versus Predator, like, can you imagine, like, how many things had to go right? You know, we talk about the genetic lottery, but, like, this was like the creatives lottery, because, like, you had to have 3 films go right enough to be popular enough that a game could be made about it. She does not have a Portland special. But they had to be popular. She still got me with that bloody Portland special, but like it had to be popular enough to warrant a game to be made, and it had to be good enough to actually, you know, not completely suck. That's one thing about the Xenomorph. It's like you look at the very concept. The very concept of the Xenomorph came from some weird Swedish guy. That in and of itself is just kind of strange, and then like the Predator came from like somebody's fever dream and then had to be realized by a completely different artist. That is kind of like, that is completely unlikely to happen. It's kind of like the same with Star Wars. Like, it wasn't just Lucas that made it as good as it was. Okay, let's go ahead and save right here. Seems like the best of franchises are something that are more like born from happenstance. I got you, buddy. We got the governor of Minnesota here, and he lasted about as good as he did in real life. And like one element of this level here, it's like this, of course, is a direct callback to Aliens. It's just a little thing in the background, but it goes to show you that the people making this game actually gave a damn. Oh, that was Ripley Jr. It's like a horror movie. It really is. Like, we're just completely eradicating everything. See, but the Xenomorph is legitimately that difficult to kill.
The Xenomorph has bypassed the labs. You can't seal it off from here. Prepare for immediate evacuation.
You know, that dude really needs some braces. Like, he has a giant gap in his teeth. And he shall die for that! Let's see, what do we got here? Entry game, let's hope for a new movie. Movies were made for AVP friendly. Good tall armored Xenos. And hello, Daniel. It's like their little spider silk armor just isn't good enough. Oh, I got roasted. Deep fried Xenomorph. Well, I mean, they got deep fried ice cream, which one day I need to try. I'm just not that adventurous anymore when it comes to like sweet food like that. Although I am more adventurous when it comes to regular food. Would you believe that I've reached age 32? Yeah, I know my own age. Shut up. Age 32, and I've never had egg rolls or any sort of real Asian food. Just never really looked that good to me. Whereas these days, I'm going to be a little bit more adventurous, a little more, shall we say, tolerant. I'm stuck on the wall. That pistol does a lot of damage. And that pistol looks like it has wood grips for whatever reason. Oh, he did not survive either. Now that's really cool. I mean, look at that. Look at that. I mean, it's just little eggs moving around, but it's these little details, you know, little details that really make all the difference. You know, dude, just get some braces. Maybe that'll mean you'll survive. The greatest fear: getting killed while taking a crap. Not fun. Not fun. Alright, let's see what we got here. Oh my God, we're in the non-binary room. We can't call it the we cannot call it the ladies' room anymore because that'd be the raycast, right? Let's see here. Depends on the writer and what they're on with. 32. I know 32 isn't that old, but still. Being as, you know, it's supposed to be an impressive act because it is. High or delicious. I've never had any of that stuff just because I've always been very generic when it comes to food. Oh, it crashed again. Okay, I don't understand it. The Xenomorph campaign in AVP2 Primal Hunt didn't want to work right either. What? It's like the Xenomorph just does not like technology, I guess. Alright, let's... Thankfully I had a nice save close to the end. Okay, let's pause. Let me bring that back up. Man, like, we had no crashes in the Predator or, God damn it. For that, I told you you would die for that. Love how the phone... break the glass. Smashy, smashy. Oh yeah, we get on the ship and we basically do, it's like Alien Isolation, except you're the Xenomorph. Now, once again, if you didn't know how this game works, that would take a lot longer. It's like, crew complement 50. And guess what? We're gonna kill all 50 of them. Mostly peacefully. Mostly peaceful murdering. That's what we're gonna do. This is by far the best Xenomorph level in, like, any AVP game ever, because this is basically, aliens, or not aliens, but alien, but from the Xeno perspective. It's like the greatest thing ever. Except it's a little bit different than aliens, because they're, or alien, because they actually have weapons. Like, what is she doing with a flamethrower? Mac said to get the flamethrower, he said to get the what? Well, Mac just got his head cut off. But it's like, it's just like Alien, except they got guns and have 50 people, and we're just gonna slaughter all of them, mostly peacefully. I mean, I've heard of no violence on this ship whatsoever. None at all. And see, like, look at the size of this level. Like, this is a level that, I like to go on about levels in my reviews, just because you look at the levels of yesteryear compared to today, and I understand that graphics cost a lot more to, actually do. And see, like, if you're a Xenomorph and you're non-sapient, how do you know the coolant actually makes a difference? I mean, I guess, like, you accidentally smash it, it's like, oh. Garage?
There is no way it can access the other decks. I know some of you will be concerned, but rest assured, every step is being taken to protect the ship and her crew. Captain out.
Well, I think you're gonna lose your head soon, dude. Just saying. Let's see. First movie, they just couldn't use them. Oh yeah, because the acid damage. I know. And hello, Bong. The funny part about that thing where they were chanting death to something, but mostly friendly, it's like, how deluded do you have to be to think that that's a thing? You know, it's like, when someone chants death to the country that I'm from, I generally don't assume they're being mostly peaceful. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am aware of the insane events going on in Afghanistan. I mean, it's kind of not just how fast that went to shit, but it's even nuttier still just how corrupt and completely amoral the federal government is right now. It's like, it's insane. Almost as bad as a Xenomorph going and slaughtering innocent people. I see you there, android. Yeah, you know, you're no, I can't remember the first guy's name. I know the actor, but I can't remember his name. Damn. Well, you're no Lance Hendrickson. There we go. You couldn't have Millennium without Lance Hendrickson. Too bad that show got canceled. But then again, every X-Files spinoff got canceled. Including The Lone Gunman, which was sad. But then again, The Lone Gunman weren't nearly as good as... Coolant failure. Oh my god, we're all gonna die. Yes, just surrender. Just surrender to fate. I see you there with your little Flammenwerfers. Actually, let's go ahead and save. Okay, let's just jump in and cut her up. Just slashing the high prices like you wouldn't believe. But depressing shit aside, ladies and gentlemen, there's a book I highly recommend reading.
Attention crew. The alien has reached the main deck. There's no need to panic. I repeat,
no need to panic. No.
The area is monitored and Mother is confident the Xenomorph can be contained. Return to your stations and remain calm. Captain out.
You know, I gotta admit, like, that would be, like, kind of funny last week. Now it's like, because people are literally saying that in real life, while people are literally being beheaded and whipped and stuff like that. So it's like, yeesh. That didn't age well. But no, it's like, if you actually follow the news of this Afghanistan thing, which I have, it's like they're literally saying, oh, there's no evidence of violence. And it's like, here's a video of somebody getting shot. Here's a video of somebody getting stabbed. It's like, sure. And they got a dweeby guy about like that. Ah, there we go. That's what I was thinking of. Crap, fucking android bastard. I can't eat your soul.
Please wait. Door cycling.
Let's see here. The mental patients are running the insane asylum. Damn straight. And yeah, the music for this level is pretty nice. It's like, this is the best alien campaign. Shit, fucking flamethrower. It's like, this is the best Aliens campaign. I mean, we are basically the alien in Alien. And she's crying that the Xenomorph died. She's a traitor! We must burn her for her treachery against the Emperor! Aw, oh, damn it. I got... How did you get burned? How did you get burned? You know, as for Aliens Fireteam Elite, I am probably not gonna get that the week it comes out. To be perfectly honest, once the initial hype wore off, it's like, meh. It doesn't look that good. Ah, goddammit, not again. I got him perfectly the first time. Okay, let's just run in and cut him up. Once that initial hype wore off, it's like, meh. It looks like it's just your typical generic crap. I thought about trying to get it fast. Okay, that's kind of creepy, just seeing the bodies, like, fall through the floor, but I considered getting it to, like, do a fast review on it, but you know what? I didn't do Alien Isolation that quickly, so I'm just gonna wait. It's a mostly peaceful slaughter. Mostly peaceful. So I'm just gonna wait for Fireteam Elite, see if it's actually any good before I drop any money on it. I mean, the biggest problem with that game is it's just a generic third-person shooter, and that just doesn't seem like it's that great of an idea. It's certainly not something like this. You know, you like look at the developer interviews and it just looks like, you know, oh, it's got, you know, you can play it offline. Like, that's a great thing. It's like, yeah. It doesn't look like they put that much time and effort into it like this. The other issue really is, like, when this game was made, they were trying to make a great AVP game. They were trying to make the best AVP game, and they succeeded. The only problem is, with Aliens Fireteam Elite, you can just read in the description, it's like, oh, it's set in the iconic Aliens universe. The second you hear anybody say anything is iconic, you know it's all over, because they're going to be trying way too hard to make a game. And even then, you couldn't make a game like this today, because it'd be like, it's violence towards women. It's like, it's a video game set in a fictional universe. Also, we got some sound effects from the original Alien. Because yes, I know that sound effect. Stop shooting me with a shotgun! My thing is this, though. You know, when you think about the original Alien, right, you know, they did have phase plasma pulse blasters. The only problem is, I think that when it got bad enough, it would have made a lot of sense just shoot it in one compartment, like lure it there, blast it, and then seal that compartment. You would think that would work. But then again, if they did something smart, the movie would be over in the first 15 minutes. Because, you know, if these people were actually intelligent, they wouldn't, you know, land on a planet dead. Land on a planet and immediately stick their face in front of a fucking egg. But whatever. If people made sense in horror... the thing is, Alien has plenty of justification for the characters to do what they do. The Xenomorph is a legitimate threat. And, you know, you did have, you know, Ash be this sort of, like, ace in the hole, so to speak, for the Xenomorph. Because he was always going to try to sabotage everything they did. So it wasn't just some dumb animal coming in and killing everybody. So, it worked. I'm not going to complain about the characters' actions in that film like I would in other films. Especially like the Halloween series. The fact they're bringing back Old Mike again. Really? They're bringing him back again? Just shoot him in the face until he has no face anymore. You would think that would be the easiest thing to do. Smashy smashy. It's like, I get it, you know, it's an iconic franchise, but realistically, he's just a guy. What? Ooh, she drew the short straw. But hey, at least she got a shot off. That's better than what happened with Dallas. He got a multi-pass to hell. That's the best you get. It's too hot and I'm too tired. Okay, you know what we're gonna go ahead and do? We're gonna... we made a lot of progress, but saving now isn't the best idea simply because... Also, you gotta love the lighting here. You know, just like in Alien. It's just... everything just works so perfectly together to make such an... Like I said, I will simp for this game all day long. If it had an OnlyFans account, you know I'd subscribe to it. It's just not fair that we don't get games like this anymore. Because it can't be done. Every game has to be the best thing ever. It's also sad that I bet this game didn't sell nearly as well as it deserved to.
Getting garbled reports of false sightings, and this is of no use to Mother or myself. Last reliable sighting indicates the alien may have entered our ventilation system, but I need confirmation. I'm also authorizing the use of all weapons. I need you all to be vigilant. Our lives may depend on it. Captain out.
Also, we've got this little area here. I mean, these are people who actually cared. The whole idea of, like... the whole idea of subverting expectations is really dumb. Because you ultimately want to give people what they want. When you watch an Aliens film, you want to see an Aliens film. When you play an AVP game, you don't want to play as a, does he have a Flammenwerfer? Yes, he does. Stay away from me. Smack him! No! I knew I should have saved, but I didn't. Well. It's like, subversion is really stupid, just because that subversion is the excuse that bad writers use to explain why they're shit at everything they do. It's like, we subverted expectations with Luke Skywalker because, wait, why would you do that? Why would you even think that was a good idea? You expect Luke Skywalker to cut somebody's head off. Or, barring that, somebody's hand. You know, you do not want to see him as an old man who just dies for no reason. You know, we do not need games as a service for AVP to work. Oh, you thought you were gonna get away, huh? Nope, not this time. It's like, this doesn't subvert any expectations. It is literally what you want from the game. Expectations are a thing. Alas. That is just the way things go. I bet that there she is. And yet she still got me. Again. I blame everything. Let's see. Only fans in the laryngeal when it was acceptable for games to just be okay. Exactly. The only problem with the Jaguar version, also my chair seems to be having a moment because of the heat. The Jag version of AVP is something that it's a bit too old even for me. It's just a bit too slow for my taste. It's just a little too slow. These people are utterly clueless. But then again, I guess I can't complain too much because these are just random ship's crew. Just cut them up. Just cut them up. I saw your muzzle flash. No, not again. That flame is like a one-hit kill on the Xenomorph almost. Why does it work that well when I use it? And smacky smack. It's like, I don't know. Just make a game like this. Oh wait, they did, and it was called Alien Isolation. It was good. Too bad that we never got a sequel. Kabadoobie might get 8 million sequels. We get one game. One game. 14 years after this. It's just not fair. Let's see. Classic AVP Redux series. Good to see the original actors. Stop and listen and they're doing that playthrough. Oh yeah. See, but that was way back in the day when I was first like really getting into the whole YouTube thing. I'd been doing it I think for like a year at that point, maybe 2 years. So like these days I will stop and actually listen to them jibber jab. I guess that means I might have to play this game again with the Redux mod and stream that. I don't know. We'll have to see. Maybe I'll do that next year. Smacky! I mean, I guess I might play this game again with better graphics. I mean, it is such a terrible game after all. I mean, it doesn't even have any, you know, diversity casting. I mean, it's just terrible that way. And I'm glad you enjoyed that, Time Monkey. That was an old bloody Let's Play. Oh, crap! I forgot they were there. And I gotta go all through that again. Yeah, the old AVP Redux Let's Play. That was one of the first real Let's Plays on the channel that I actually enjoyed making. That was back in the old Fraps days.
Please wait. Door cycling.
And Fraps was like the only game in town for a while. No, not again. Fraps was like just the only game in town for like the longest time. And it took the Windows 7 update that finally allowed you to use a microphone at the same time as recording gameplay footage. Like, that was a big deal back then. Now OBS is free and does way more than that ever did. Are you feeling old yet? Are you feeling old yet, ladies and gentlemen? I know I am. Yeah, that Redux mod, you know, if only we could get like a Redux, you know, where it's got like at least 2014 levels of graphics. Ooh, have no head. That's a way to give head. But anyway, giving head aside, you know, I'll tell you this. This might be a bit inappropriate for aliens, but I'll tell you, the term giving head always just sounded so cringe to me. I don't know why, I just never really liked that term. She seems to be pleasuring her flamethrower for some reason. I don't, well, she seems to be having some problems there. Why don't we go and help her out? H.R. Giger style. And cut her up! Well, we fixed that issue. But anyway, jerking off a flamethrower aside, it's just like, I don't know, the very term just, it's one of those terms that annoys me. I used to get like really annoyed by certain things that just sounded stupid. These days I've kind of gotten over that, but like, and yes, I'm having this conversation of like, you know, the term giving head just sounds really stupid. It actually sounds kind of immature, to be honest. Or sounds like, you know, a 12-year-old who just discovered that things exist. It's like, one of those things. Hence why I've never been a fan of like Beavis and Butthead. I've never enjoyed that show, even when I was the target audience. Because I'm just better than everyone. I am really smart. God damn it. I'm gonna reload the save on that one. Alright, you little flamethrower bastard. You think you're good? Just because you've got, you know, opposable thumbs? I think the Xenomorph does have opposable thumbs. He just doesn't use them because he's an artist. Artist formerly known as, Kane. Hello, Darth Chokaniki. And it's been a very hot day, to say the least. It's one of those days, the second you step outside, you just want to die. Now, you might think that I timed that. No, I'm not that good. Speaking of timing, I've got to complain about Mortal Shell. The timing on those parries is ridiculous. It's like, it's almost impossible. If you've never heard of Mortal Shell, it's basically Dark Souls, but with Sekiro gameplay. Which, honestly, I don't really like. I like having a nice tower shield and hiding behind it, and letting the enemy, you know, smack it, and then me cutting them to pieces. Haha! Take that, you bastards! Violent mechanical psychopaths. Actually, wait a minute, I meant to do this, and try this here. Okay, there we go, almost lost the controller. Okay, now I can actually see this. Running around, let's put the fire out. Just don't just stand still. And comments on most of this. One of the first people, awesome. For the content. Well, I'm glad you've enjoyed it for years, Sly McFly. Although I'm starting to feel kind of old. Yeah, I guess I was pretty cynical back in the day. I used to be kind of nihilistic too. Nihilists. It's like, say what you will about National Socialism, but at least it's an ethos. I will say that Big Lebowski is way overrated compared to what it actually is. It is a perfectly adequate. It is a perfectly, goddammit, it is a perfectly adequate comedy film, but it's not this god tier thing that's been built up in the minds of everyone. There was another god tier thing that really wasn't, but I can't remember what it is at the moment. There's a lot of things that like people go nuts about that to me it's just like meh. Big Lebowski is not quite at meh status, but there was some franchise. I cannot remember what it was. Okay, you gotta get lucky on that one. I think you can actually go around them, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see if I can find that. Okay, Flamin. Flamin' dude. Ah, there it is. I thought there was a way to get around there. And we smash that. I like how that just... Oh, crap! His flesh is seared, just the way I like it. And evidently Halo Infinite is not going to have a co-op campaign because, and reasons. I'm sure there's valid enough reasons, but honestly, I just don't really care that much about Halo anymore. Okay, we're gonna jump on that guy's head and cut him up! That's a lot of androids. See, like, if they had a whole army of androids, but then again, I guess human resources are just, cheaper that way. Summer long mob movie marathon. Ah, Mafia films. Something I've never really had much interest in, and still don't. I never really liked crime things. I've been more of a sci-fi, fantasy. Well, not so much fantasy, but sci-fi and historical. Just never really cared that much about, well, crims. In fact, criminals kind of annoy me. God damn it! Another fucking. I'm on fire! Help me! Tom Cruise did not help me. I don't know why he didn't help me. I guess he just fell off his apple box. But why apple boxes in particular? Are they taller than, let's say, a pear box? Come on, dude. You know you want to come. Oh, come on. You didn't see. How did he spot me? I'm only 7 feet tall. Now, the dude they got to actually play the Xenomorph in Alien did a tremendous job with what he had. I mean, he's a guy in a suit, and he actually looked absolutely terrifying. Sadly, I think he also died from cancer like Kevin Peter Hall did. Which is also kind of sad. It's kind of funny, like, the major movie monsters are usually fairly nice people, just like the movie villains are often like, oh yeah, this person is really nice in real life. Whereas the heroes are usually complete assholes. And if that doesn't show you how humanity works, I don't know what does. Okay, we got a Flammenwerfer bastard there. Actually, wait a minute, I can wall walk. I can fly. I know Kung Fu. Oh, you asshole. It's not that I'm afraid, it's just I don't have any more saves. Damn it! You know what? I will bite your head off. Don't bite my head off! I'm just doing my job! Okay, so thankfully Tom Cruise helped me there. Now, for those who don't know what that joke is, there's a comedy film. Literally just Google that. It's the most funny shit ever. No, maybe not that funny, but still. Honestly, this track sounds a little Turok-ish to a certain extent. Let's see. Hello, Conga. Very first game had a co-op mode. And yeah, you know, it's funny how, like, we've been regressing from Halo 1. The reason why I like Halo 1 as much as I do, it's just, it was a much more unique universe at that time. And it was much more real in many cases. Alright, is there going to be a sentry gun up here? Okay, and once again, we can see just how the developers actually care about the film, because this is entirely something from the first film, where the Xenomorph is first seen. I mean, it's beautiful. It's just beautiful. I mean, it's a little detail, but so important, because this shows that Rebellion gave a damn. Now, I do like what Monolith did with AVP2, because they wanted to create something new and something original. But this right here, this is what the fans wanted, you know? Now, I don't think they could make a sequel exactly like this, because you can't do the same thing over and over again, unless you're Call of Duty. But like, this right here, I mean, if you've seen the film, you know what that is. It's beautiful. It's just beautiful. Now, what you can do is you can possibly get this guy to kill himself. Hey, dude, your franchise will no longer be... You're supposed to kill yourself, not hurt me. And for that, I took his head off. I thought he would kill himself, but evidently not. He was made of sterner stuff, and I respect that. Okay, so we're getting close to the end of the level. I probably shouldn't have saved where I did, because we've got to actually escape into the escape pod, and I think that's where that is right there. So we jump down here, blow ourselves up.
here alive. I need you to secure the shuttle. Got that? If we're gonna get out of here, we're gonna need the shuttle.
I don't think they forgot. Also, once again, look at that. Look how cool that looks. Little details, just little details. It's one of those things where it's all these little details that really matter the most. It lets you know it's where I gotta actually be somewhat careful and try and remember where that. Oh, that's it. The shuttle's down there. Okay, now I remember now. Hey, dudes! Oh, come on! Really? I killed that guy. Let's see. I think crime was cool, even though crime doesn't pay. Nail them from made by people who actually care. Yes, indeed. It's a good thing we don't have to go all the way back to the beginning. I remember this being a little harder back in the day, just because, well. Hey, grab him! See, I actually prefer this to the pouncing, because the pouncing kind of can set you up for failure. Because if you pounce on them, you can easily get into bad places. As I just shouldn't charge directly with a beeline and just kind of like move around. It's like if you stay still, you're a dead duck. I'm not a duck, sir. I'm a plane. Shit! Oh, come on! For that, I'm going to eat your skull. I shall take your heart. No, I don't need this heart. I need your skull. Wait, is the Xenomorph a zombie? Because, like, the heads give you way more health. And come up. Ooh, you think you're gonna just be able to zap me with that, huh? Oh, come on. Well, I gave him the... That's one way to poke someone. I'm gonna die. Yep, dead. Alright, so we've got to actually start paying attention, I suppose. I guess. But who wants to do that? There's a YouTube. AVP3. I actually did a whole live stream and 2 reviews on AVP3. In 2010, I thought AVP3 was crap. In 2000 now, I thought AVP3 was good enough for what it was. And I found myself coming back to it more than I thought I would. I mean, AVP3 isn't awful, but it's certainly not up to the scale of this, which is why I hated on it so much when it first came out. Because, like, you go from this to AVP3, and AVP3 kind of pales in comparison to what you have here. I mean, it's a very... Well, AVP3 is a very short game compared to this. Or at least it feels short. There's a lot of walking around in AVP3. Crap, no! Yeah, gonna start fucking up. It just... Honestly, AVP3 feels cheap. Like, it was a budget title. You know, like, the voice acting isn't that great. The story is your typical budget title story. You know, something that feels like it's supposed to be epic but really isn't. You know, it's just one of those games that doesn't have as much staying power as you'd think. And yet, you know, I still gotta say, I like it quite a bit. I don't know if that's because I am a fanboy or because there is something about it that is actually legitimately good. Now, AVP3 was done by Rebellion, but quite likely the people that worked on it were not the people who worked on this. And if it was, then they disappoint. Can I cut her up? Sentry is guarding end vents. How do you know that? How does the Xenomorph just know that? I want to know. There's no queen. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to jump down on that. Oh, you think that shotgun's going to help you? The old Mossberg 500? I don't think so. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to jump up here like that and immediately get lost. Where did I go just now? And jump around here. One of the big issues with modern games is they just try too hard. It's like Outer Worlds. I've started work on that review, which is going to come out in November. Just getting the gameplay footage for it. But the big problem with Outer Worlds is when they stop, you know, trying to... There's somebody down here? Not anymore! It's when they start trying to do that Futurama humor, it just comes off really forced. Haha, you didn't get to shoot me with that flamethrower this time. Bastard. Ooh, I got... Oh, I took a shitload of damage from that. Okay, so what we gotta do is... I'll check the chat real quick. 2000XX. The fires just don't seem to... The fires just don't seem to really go out at all. Burning Alive. Now, that's a classic AC/DC song from 1994. Oh shit, no, run! Haha! Haha! Your baseball cap wasn't gonna save you now. That flesh is seared, just the way I like it. I'm gonna keep saying that line because it just applies. Once again, what do we got? What do we got here? What do we got? We got me falling down is what we got, but look at that. It's not just a spaceship interior, it is literally Ash's little chair. Stop shooting at me, I'm trying to talk here. I like how, like, the enemies have a weapon that you don't have in the Marine campaign. This makes it a little different, but you've got Ash's chair, you know, his throne. Now, this is where you can get fucked, though, if I'm not mistaken. Because if you don't know where you're going, you can easily get blown up when you, I've got no health. Haha! No, well, I can eat his legs. Some drumsticks. Oh, I am so hurt. How much crew is on this ship? And of course, we have a command center very similar to what we saw in the film. The brain of the ship is vulnerable. It must be destroyed. Now, I think there's an enemy in here. Yep! Sorry, British guy. You know, and then this. Look at that. Look at that. Perfectly recreated in 1999 graphics. But it's still perfectly recognizable. It's like, just make this again, but with modern graphics. I don't really know why destroying a bunch of CRTs... I really don't know why destroying a bunch of CRTs makes the ship explode, but whatever. Shit, shit! Stop growling and jump down the fucking hole! Crap, 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 crap. Die, bastards! Shit, I think we go here. Aha! I was right. We're in It's Okay to Be White Vision. Now that is a level. Wait, is Ash a guild navigator? He might be. He was acting kind of messed up. Probably snorting too much spice. Specimen containment system's nominal. Uh-huh. Whenever somebody says nominal, it probably isn't. Alright. Not allow me to serenade everyone with me drinking water. Okay, good, we have sound. Okay, what did that say? You know, game, I was trying to read, and you had to kill me. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. No, no, get. I blame everything but me! Well, if I just wait a little while, everybody will literally suffocate. Unless that door shuts. Yeah, I'll just wait a little while and everybody will suffocate as the air flies out. Now, Gateway, as far as I remember, is somewhat difficult. But a really nice looking little level. Gateway Station. I mean, how could one movie be so bloody iconic? Because they actually tried to make a good movie instead of being iconic. It's kind of like George Lucas wanted to make a well, he didn't want to make a Star Wars film, but he wanted to make a science fiction serial kind of thing and succeeded at that. And see, that's the thing though. Everybody loves Lucas, but it wasn't just Lucas that made Star Wars Star Wars. Did I just go in a big ass circle? No, I did not. I mean, it was a whole team effort. Like, Aliens wasn't Aliens just because, you know, you had James Cameron or H.R. Giger. It was like, it took everybody being, you know, at the top of their game. It's kind of like Seinfeld in a way. Like, Seinfeld wasn't just Larry David and Seinfeld's genius. It was all the other actors. It's like, and that's the thing. You can't just set out to make something iconic. It has to be shit. It doesn't have to be shit, but it has to be something that forms naturally, that grows.
Attention station personnel.
No! Well, we missed that one because I accidentally smashed the monitor. Yeah, it was just some British guy complaining about a xenomorph. You know how they are. Let's keep the xenomorph away from the local generators, lock yourselves in and wait for backup. Oh yeah, let's shelter in place while the xenomorph is, like, literally going around killing everything. That's not gonna come back to bite us. Literally. They know how to blow up the ship. You know, if you're vicious enough, apparently it gives you super intelligence. Apparently. So that's the thing, it's like, is the xenomorph intelligent or not? Now, in many of the novels, it's not. In the Alien Resurrection novel, the xenomorph actually is sapient because of Ripley's DNA. God damn it, not another one of these! Tom Cruise is not helping! Tom Cruise is not helping! Nope, Tom Cruise did not come through with me. He just... I guess he was a little short. Oh! But anyway. Come on, smashy, smashy. Okay, we're gonna need to find a good place to save, because I really don't have to do all that over again. Good thing the xenomorph moves fast, though. Okay, and smashy. And smashy. And we're gonna smashy over here. Now, these last two levels are not easy, but they're actually pretty fun. But they're certainly not easy. It's like, that's where you really want the extra saves, but, well, we're doing director's cut, so we can hopefully, get all those sweet, sweet, bonus levels. It's gotta be one of the more boring, postings, just staring off into space. Okay, now we can listen to them.
Station personnel. There is an intruder in the R&D tower. Looks like we picked up the
Stop shooting at me! I'm trying to look at the FMV! The only good use of FMV. God damn it. Play through a System Shock 2. But see, the only problem with me playing through System Shock 2 is I'd have to play it. And, that is a game I have not ever played before. And I've never been a System Shock fan, to be honest. I mean, with how much it's like universally beloved, you'd think I would, but, just never really got into it. In fact, I didn't even know System Shock was even a thing until many years after it had come out. However, I played the spiritual successor to System Shock 2, Prey 2017, and really enjoyed that. And one day, I need to actually do a video on that, not a live stream. See, the problem with live streaming something like System Shock 2 is there's too much to read and there's too much to do in that game. And that is a problem. Because then I'd be, god damn it, then I'd be reading something. Okay, we're not going to attack that guy with the chain gun. We're just going to avoid him because he's just being mean to me. And, you know, I don't have to tolerate his intolerance to me being an illegal, never mind. See, that's where we're getting a little spicy. See, the thing is, though, there is a YouTuber named Shad. I might have mentioned this before, but that guy, he has a side channel called Game Nights. And he's got his various friends on there, and they are way spicier than you would think. I mean, he's like a 1 million sub YouTuber talking about stuff that I'm surprised he hasn't gotten into trouble. Because, well, the more popular you get, the more psychos you get. And I would have been very surprised if that guy didn't have a bunch of psychos saying, "How dare you say these things?" And the guy's also a Mormon, which to me is weird. Not necessarily because I think Mormons are that strange, because I did live in Utah for 5 months. But the thing I find weird about that is, Shad, along with, Shad the Chad, along with Larry Correa, my favorite writer, are also Mormons. Like, are Mormons just more, you know, creative than others? It just seems kind of strange to me, but evidently. The Xenomorph just knows how to smash things. Like, the Xenomorph can read. Oh my god! And he read the Communist Manifesto. We're fucked now. Okay, now I don't know which way that sentry gun is pointing. I don't like audiobooks. Today's early 2000 FP game is my favorite. Of the listing, I would actually say AVP 2000. Let's see. And thanks, Ace Party. I appreciate that. And, well, I'm not giving up on the whole YouTube thing, and yeah, the early 2000s gaming scene was the best. It's where people had the freedom. I think when gaming really died, at least to me, was pretty much anything post 2015. Because like in 2014, you had, you know, Alien Isolation, which was a real game. Oh, please tell me I'm not gonna die. Come on, Tom Cruise, you can do it. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. Just stand on your fruit box. Okay, good. He stood on his fruit box. Okay.
Offline. Emergency system.
Okay, let's save. Just in case something shows up and tries to kill me. But yeah, like, after 2014, everything had to be very commercial. Like, if it wasn't games as a service... The mighty Xenomorph has been felled by an elevator.
Warning. Alien.
And that's one way to kill him, I guess. A high present. Okay, no. The elevator is evil. Okay, so that's where we gotta go. Okay, where's this entry gun? Is it pointed at... No, it's not. I see you little bastards. Really? Really, elevator? I like how I'm not dying from this. And then I immediately get spotted by the sentry gun and killed. Because of course I do.
Warning. Alien presence
I had... You see, Time Monkey, I had the protection of Tom Cruise. That's how I was able to survive. Unless we're supposed to go up here. Steel power running from lower chambers. Like, we're basically playing the Xeno God. Like, it's the Xeno God Emperor of Xeno kind. Okay, and then we go over here. It's like we're not being forced to wall walk. It's just a lot easier to do like everything. And smashy. And ooh, what's the best way to smashy this one? Well, that was not the best way. That was actually a bad way. Not what I'd recommend.
Warning. Alien presence detected.
The only problem with like doing anything like a RPG, I tried to live stream an RPG once. Deus Ex Human Revolution, not an easy prospect. The big problem with like live streaming an RPG is it's a lot of dead space of me just not saying anything. And smash. And smash. God damn it, flamethrower! Just jump around. Because that's gotta save us, right? Yeah, I guess there might be something to that. But then again, I did have a lot of health. Like, the Marines, they're kind of gristly, but they do have a bit more meat on their bones than the average scientist. It's like, imagine, like... I guess the Xenomorph does have to eat in this game, but I swear, I remember reading that the Xenomorph didn't have to eat because it was powered by the acid. I swear I remember reading that. I don't remember where I read it, but it was lore at one time. I'm gonna hide behind these cargo containers because the Xenomorph likes to do like cover-based shooting. He's a big fan of Gears of War. Gal the Lesser. And no one's gonna get Gal the Lesser or Gal the Greater. Okay, you gotta be careful here. Destroy power sources, 2 fans. Immediately eradicated by a goddamn chain gun.
Warning. Alien
See,
presence
AVP
detected.
extinction, it would be nice if such a thing was made, but I just highly doubt that we'll ever see any real AVP stuff, because like the last AVP game was for iOS of all things. And so we're just kind of screwed, you know, like it's a franchise that is dead. And I've just come to accept that AVP is dead. That we're just gonna be stuck with endless games as a service and Call of Duty. We're just stuck with that.
Warning.
Just accept it. All we have is this game, and maybe modders who might make levels for this. I swear, I think that is pretty much what we've reached as, you know, like, as a community of gamers, that's pretty much all we have left are mods. Or just endless re-releases. Like, say, Quake Remastered. I do intend to do something on Quake, maybe today, I'm not really sure. Because, I'm not sure how long these last 2 levels are going to take, but I do have plans to do something on Quake Remastered, although not what you might think. Because Quake Remastered is great and all, but there is such a thing as Quake Epsilon, which is better than Quake Remastered. Jump, jump. Far better graphics. And sadly, this has kind of been forgotten. Because PC Gaming Master Race. But however, you know, I do appreciate these remasterings for Switch because it brings a younger audience to these games. So like, if they were to remaster, say, this game here, you know, I would not have a problem with that because, well, even if I did have a problem, who gives a fuck what I think? But the fact is, I would like to see a remastering of this game, even if it is a fairly basic one, for the Switch, because it would bring a new audience to the game, and that's a good thing. Like, I would like to see another AVP game, but if we could get more people into this... Okay, you little bastard. Come on. Come on, gotcha! Okay, come on. Your soul is mine. Like how, like, I don't really eat his head. It just kind of, like, knocks his head off. Because, you know, it's close enough. And then I immediately get vaporized the second I go through the goddamn door.
Warning. Alien presence detected.
Yeah, been bitter about the Quake series being completely abandoned. Ah, yes, Jade Empire. You are a man of culture, Anthony Jordan. A man of culture. Because that is a absolutely criminally underrated game. I mean, literally, it is a Kung Fu RPG. And, like, there is a twist in that game. Holy shit. Like, you'll never see it coming. And I would love to spoil it, but I can't. You can easily get Jade Empire on Steam. I actually bought Jade Empire twice. Because, I had to have it. I got it on, PC and the original Xbox. And it good, ladies and gentlemen. It's like BioWare was like the best RPG company of all time until they went woke. And it's really sad that they went woke too. But then again, all the original members were long since, you know, gone from the company. But, you know, of all the things to go woke, why did it have to be that? Because, like, they had the best RPGs. Like, you know, Bethesda's the most popular of them all, but, like, Bethesda's not that great. I mean, the writing in a Bethesda RPG is usually utter trash. Especially when compared to Obsidian. Okay. Atlas chain gun, you've come to me. Abomination.
Cooling system offline.
Okay, so we shut that down. I like how he just the Xenomorph just knows to do that. It's like I read the script. I phoned ahead. But yeah, the difference between BioWare and Bethesda is just the fact that Bethesda doesn't actually have a story other than just sort of a framework, whereas BioWare does. And then with BioWare, we're gonna save in a minute now that we've got we shut this down. Yeah, like BioWare, they had stories and characters and all kinds of good crap like that, whereas Bethesda generally doesn't. Especially when you compare the two. Okay, we got a smart gun. You have no head.
Cooling system offline.
Stop shooting me. I don't want to have to save here because we have a lot more level to go. Oh, that's a fucking chain gun anyway. I mean, they did have a good plan. They just didn't reckon with the Xeno Emperor Xenokind.
Cooling system offline.
What up, dude? And we're gonna smash you. Because, yeah, that helped a little bit, but
Offline.
we are blessed by corn. Or Zinch. I don't know which. See here. Going like face first death. For them is immersion. You know, that is true. Bethesda does have the immersion aspect down pretty good, but that's all it has, though. And by hour 100, it gets kind of old after a while. Wait. But anyway. Now, hive is near. Chambers are fresh with their scent. Oh god, he's like smelling like the queens. Never mind. Okay, we're gonna save here. That's probably a bad idea, but I don't remember Ooh, I like this part, actually.
I'm in the holding pens. Please cease all specimen transfers until further notice. The Marines have yet to neutralize the Xenomorph. So much for military efficiency.
Ooh, getting kind of cheeky there. I think I just killed him. So much for being the big Lebowski, huh? Now he's the cut apart Lebowski. That's the best we got. Napoleon blown apart. Am I right? Just rampage all through everything. It's beautiful. It's just beautiful. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Is that not awesome? That's actually a 3D model. And you know, if this was a modern game, there'd be like ships crashing out there. It's like, hold A to look at our epic graphics budget. How about you make a game instead of just, you know, pretty set pieces? Cut them up, cut them up. All shall fall. All will die. Do it. Show no mercy. Do it. Okay, so now I think we're getting close to the end of this level. I like how that 3D model just kind of freaked out there. I mean, this isn't really designed to be in 2K, but it is. And smashy smashy. Now, if you don't smashy smashy that, you'll get sucked up into that and die. And I think that's shutting down. Yeah, it is. Okay, good. Thank you. And I think we're almost to the end. Now watch, I just get completely eradicated. Crap! Okay, we can't smashy smash that. Instead, we're gonna go over here. Now it's like, okay, now wait a minute, people. Why would you design something where we can easily shut it down near the door? But then again, I guess they didn't think so we're gonna try to break into this. Now, like, in the original Aliens, Earth Hive comic, which we're about to, like, kinda do. Damn it! Fucking chain gun bastard. I'm not really looking that forward to, Fireteam. It doesn't look that great. It looks pretty generic, if anything. I mean, it might be good. I'm not gonna, like, review it or even buy it when it initially comes out, just because it just looks kind of meh. Maybe it's great if people who get these games for free, which sadly I do not. Although I did get one game for free. I got Space Marine for free, and, you know, I would have gladly paid for that. But the thing is, we'll see what Fireteam Elite looks like once some of the people who have, like, the advanced review copies start talking about it. Maybe it'll be good. I don't know. But it doesn't look that great. Let's see. What AVP games is? And yeah, the Predators are always kind of limited, but I think the idea behind that is they don't want to overuse the Predator and thus have it become boring and thus lose some of its luster. At least that's my theory. Not to play any of it. Yeah, we'll just have to see. You can rest assured that I will play it, just not anytime soon. Well, okay, I say not anytime. Shit! God damn it! Fucking chain gun asshole.
Warning.
Alright, let me grab that. I'm using a controller for this, but it's much easier to use the keyboard to actually navigate the menus. Just smash everything. Cheech, smash! Now see, that'd be hilarious. Although it'd also be sad as well, like you have Cheech Marin and get like face hugged and you've got a stoner Xenomorph. Not reassuring, exactly. Opinions on Quake Remaster. I mentioned that earlier in the stream, but I think it's good for the for it being remastered for a younger audience. That way, you know, they can actually be introduced to a game like that versus playing the usual, you know, like Fortnite crap they get today. And putting it on Switch is another good idea because Switch users will be able to experience a game they might not otherwise. For me, it's not that big of a deal because if I want to play a remastered version of Quake, I can just use Quake Epsilon, which does have better graphics. But then again, like the average, you know, user is not going to want to, you know, hunt down a mod, then figure out how to install it. It's just something that is easy to acquire. it's cool to see that a lot of these older games are getting, you know, ported to consoles again. In the past, I wouldn't have cared that much about that, but I finally realized that you want more people to get into these games, so maybe a sequel might be made, or at least so they can appreciate it. Because I was actually kind of surprised that some of these old Star Wars games were getting ported to Switch, and I kind of asked, like, what's the point of that? But the point is, more people playing it, which is always for the best. Because, as I said, not everyone's going to want to spend, you know, a couple hours, or maybe even just... It doesn't take long for me, but then I am a computer guy. So, like, not everyone's going to want to mod these games, or, oh yeah, we gotta destroy the computer. That's what we gotta do. I forgot all about that. See, if you destroy the 3 keyboards, that'll totally open that up. Because that's called hacking. We're gonna hack, like, the firewalls. Just all the firewalls. But yeah, getting newer people into these things, always a good thing. Shit. Oh, man. Okay, I gotta actually use tactics instead of just running and dying. Not a good idea. Like Firestorm, I'd recommend waiting several months. Riddick games. I keep wanting to play the Riddick games, but I always forget they exist. And they're more stealth-oriented than I normally like. I'm not really a stealth game kind of person. As you can see, I'm just slaughtering everything. Riddick's one of those franchises that, you know, it's really just about, you know, Vin Diesel, and that's it. I always love how, like, movie stars with names like Vin Diesel have, like, his name's probably like Mortimer or something. They always have, like, the worst names. Whereas if ever I became famous, I would not change my name, because I like John. John is a great name. It's a strong name. It's a name that doesn't require simplification. It's literally just 3 letters. God damn it. Fucking chain gun. Quake Remake is never a master.
Warning.
Last Quake 2 port was a bonus disc for 360. Yep. Whenever you try to buy Quake, well, whenever I tried to buy Quake 4, they like to not include that for some reason, which was really aggravating. It's like, hey, can I get my Quake 2 disc, please? I mean, come on, people. Goddamn GameStop. And Quake 2 on 360, I used to consider that kind of pointless, but once again, it's like, it's there, and it'll increase the audience. Head Predators are semi-regular encounters. Eventually, I do need to play that Jaguar version. The Jaguar. Quake 64. That's not bad either. 20 years for Quake 2. I didn't even know, because I've always just played it on PC. And yeah, John Wayne did have Marion as his first name. I remember that. It's just kind of hilarious. There was another person with a name that was very different from what it really was. I can't remember what it is now. I'm sure John Cena is not John Cena's real name, although it's kind of sad. Like, I never really cared that much about John Cena until he, like, completely filleted the Chinese Communist Party. I mean, I get why he did it, because he likes that Chinese Communist Party money, but still just kind of aggravating nonetheless. I mean, in the way he did it, where it's like, I'm going to speak Chinese and just apologize for being alive. It's like, wow. See, that's one of those things where there is a definite cultural difference. Because, like, to an American, a guy, you know, literally just on his knees begging forgiveness is seen as weak. Whereas I suppose in Chinese culture it's seen as conciliatory, since Chinese culture has a lot of emphasis on cooperation, whereas Western culture is very individualistic. So seeing John Cena just begging forgiveness is not necessarily something that endeared him to anybody. But if you want that Chinese Communist Party money, you gotta do Chinese Communist Party things. That's the thing. It's like, different cultures have different shit. Well, also has different shit as well. Okay. That fucking mini-boss. And yes, Taiwan is a country. I know it's a country because it's written on my Wolf Gold ammunition. Okay, so what we're gonna do is that. Join us. It's not your hive, it's our hive. Earthbound. Wait, is that going to be a weird little RPG, or are we actually going to kill everyone on Earth? Alright. So, this is the last official level of the Alien campaign before we get to the bonus missions. This is the last... Shit! Stop shooting at me! This was the last level that I did actually play when I first played the game, and, you know, you look at this, it's like... The last level of any game like this is just sad. Shit, run! Don't shoot at me. The last level of any game that never had a real sequel. Well, AVP2 is a real sequel, but it wasn't quite like this. AVP2 is kind of its own animal, but like, I guess when you play the last level of AVP2, it's more bittersweet because after that, that whole concept is gone. No, I wanted to read it or see it. Follow standard company procedure. And once again, we've got to smash the 3 keyboards because that'll magically make the door open. I think somebody needs to fire, like, everyone because that's really stupid. Alright, so this is where it gets a little difficult, but then again, this is the last level after all. I don't think we have a boss fight. I think it's just the Marines and the Predators that have the actual final boss. Okay, did we smash all of that? Yes. And I don't... It's supposed to open that door. Ah, there it is. I see it. I think. No, it did not work. Don't tell me this got bugged out. Because that's supposed to open that up. There it is. I got it. And we're gonna smash! Gonna smash again. We need some space coke. It's like, now what the hell is that? I think this got reused in, like, Dark Forces. See, there's 2 different viewpoints when it comes to modern gaming. Let's not save here. We gotta be careful here because you jump from thing to thing because there's sentry guns, and you immediately miss the jump and die. Because there's sentry guns, and either A, this goes in a big-ass circle, or B, it should dump you out right where they are. Nope, it does not. I thought it did, but it doesn't. Okay, let's see here. Alright, we're in a decent area where that's at. I say that as I get immediately evaporated. Alright, see you along. Life in complete destitution, then grovel to the communists. Yeah, that's the thing. You know, because who wants to have to beg anybody? But that's one of those things where you have the concept of which is the more rational thing to do, though. Rationally, if you know, like, beg and bow and scrape, then you might have more material comfort, but you'd have less pride. And so it does come down to the question of which is more important, pride or material comfort. And for me, pride is very important. I mean, that's one of those things where, you know, the whole idea, the whole victim mentality. I was actually going to go on a small tangent about gaming, but the victim mentality. Stop shooting at me, Marine. I'm trying.
Breached. We are evacuating transit sections 1, 2, and 3. Security teams, remain at your posts. And everyone, please follow standard company emergency procedures.
You know, I think they were running out of a set budget because that guy is literally just in front of some white poster board, and I got immediately evaporated. But whatever. But yeah, it's like, is pride more important than material comfort? And for me, pride is much more important than material comfort. And the whole idea of the victim mentality is pretty sad. I mean, even if you were a victim, one's pride should say that, you know what, even though I was a victim, I was able to overcome it, you know, stuff like that. But then again, that's just the nature of the culture today, sadly. It's like, pride is important. Because if you can't, you have to live with yourself more than you have to live with anything else. But yeah, that's back to gaming, though. We smashed all the keyboards, I thought. The magical... Come up! Alright, Alright, you little bastard, you fucking chain gun motherfucker. The poke of the Xenomorph. I think I like cut his head. Oh, I cut his head off again. But anyway, yeah, there's two different mindsets when it comes to gaming, and that is, do you want to make a great game or do you want to make a great cinematic experience? And the thing about it is, you know, for me, I think actually making a great game first and making a cinematic experience later. I mean, a lot of these, I can say great, but a lot of these cinematic experience no, get up there. Cinematic experience games generally are quickly forgotten. Because, like, this game in and of itself is pretty cinematic with its lighting and its... shit. Aha! Take that, you little bastard. And you too! Yeah, your flamethrower's not gonna save you now. But you can have a game be cinematic without, you know, having to just really dig deep into the game. It's like you don't have to keep pushing people's faces into things. Believe it or not, people do have an attention span greater than that of a goldfish. But, well, that's life. If the company wants to, you know, this is for their hacking skills, yeah, hacking and slashing. It's kind of like the final boss. I forgot all about that. At the end of the day, you still look yourself in the mirror. That is very true. You know, I actually watched a scene from one of those Cheech and Chong films. For those of you who've never heard of it, Cheech and Chong, I think, were two comedians, I want to say. I never really thought what they were. They made a number of movies centered around weed, which was kind of a... They were from the 1970s. And at that time, you know, like, cannabis usage was like a big deal. Now, for me, the whole cannabis thing I never really cared about because I don't drink, I don't smoke, so it doesn't really do much for me. But they were generally pretty hilarious comedies, just because they were pretty funny guys. What was really hilarious, though, was there's a scene, you can find this on YouTube. Oh my god, it's a massacre! What the hell happened here? Well, I didn't do it! I swear, I wasn't even there! And if I was asleep. But yeah, one of the films they did, I don't remember which one it was, but I think like Chong, I forget which one that is at the moment.
How are you doing with those egg specimens? Get them down to Dock 4 as soon as possible. The Earthbound ship is ready to dock and load.
You know, Lebowski, I thought I killed you. I guess it was the little Lebowski, but anyway. My brain stopped working for a moment, but yet the Chong character gets kidnapped by aliens and then gets space coke. As a kid, I thought it was actually like the soda, not the drug, but whatever. They're classic 80s films. They're actually legitimately hilarious. I haven't seen them in years. But it was back when comedy could, you know, be funny instead of having to be woke. And there's just the one joke that they have. And, dude, what were you doing? Did you think just running in a circle was gonna save you? Like, what were they thinking? Hey, dude. Oh, no! I missed him! I'm just as bad as he is. Let's see. I'm just kind of generic, like... Well, not really generic. I'm just kind of boring like that. Go away, phone. Nobody likes you. It's all the way across the room. Damn it! I'm blaming the phone this time. Just jump. Just jump. A little beer will put that fire out. Alright, and smashy smashy. I just never really had much of a desire to, Did I go in a big-ass circle? I think I might have. This feels like I've already been here. Maybe? I always remember this part being somewhat confusing to go through. I think I am going in the right direction. No, I don't think I am. Because, like, there's one area you can't go to because you'll get sucked up by the fan. You know, why don't Xenomorphs have here we go. Oh, crap. Is that gonna, like... Okay, I don't want to get shot. I remember this part. Yeah, those sentry guns are right there. Okay, we do not want to save anytime soon, because if we do... Okay, let me check the chat real quick. Yeah, I like that Samsung text message sound. Shit. Yeah, this is a part that's not easy. Okay, we're gonna jump across! Get up here. Please don't fall. Please don't fall. And if you didn't know that was there, you would be screwed. Hey dude, you no longer have a face or a body anymore, but you didn't need it.
Do you copy? Are you guys hearing this? We've encountered multiple hostiles and they are not Xenomorphs. I repeat, they are not Xenomorphs. These guys have some serious firepower, but we've taken heavy casualties. Oh, Dock 4 is no longer secure. Cancel the earthbound ship. I say again, Dock 4 is no longer secure. Are you guys hearing this? Are you hearing this? These guys are...
You know, for the budget these guys must have had, that actually did look pretty good. I mean, holy crap, we got a pred over here. We got a pred. Hide me. Hide me. Alright, so the best way to kill this guy is poke him a lot. Oh crap, kill! It's just poke him a lot. That's what you do. Alright, well that was easier than I remember.
Warning, non-human detected.
Alright, so this is the end of the game. The end of the game. After this, you know, we've got the more story-based Monolith game. We've got AVP 3, which is surprisingly not awful. Hey dude. Hey dude. Hey dude. You dead. Oh no, no, kill him! Kill him! Haha! Alright. We did it. That's the game. That was way easier than I remember. Or maybe I'm just better these days. Oh, good God, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I've played this game probably like 100 times or something, and it never loses its allure. Just never does. Alright, so we have successfully unlocked every single bonus mission in the game, and we will actually come back next week and play them all. But we're not ending the stream just yet. Oh no. Oh no. Since Quake has since come out with its remaster, we're actually going to look at remastered Quake. Well, a different remaster. Well, Turok Fireseed, you're too late for Aliens, but you're not too late for Quake, so... Oh, wait a minute. There we go. You're not... No one's ever too late for Quake. Now, this is the Quake Epsilon mod. You can find this on ModDB. And as you can see, it completely revitalizes the graphics. Now, it doesn't have the original music, unfortunately. It's got its own musical track, but, Trent Reznor's track is not my favorite. I've never been a big fan of just industrial atmospheres. I mean, I can see why people like it, but it's not my favorite. In fact, this music is not that great either. It's not my kind of music. It fits the game. But you know me, I love the heavy metal, I love the fast, hardcore tracks. So like, this was the Quake remake before the Quake remake became a thing. And now I'm not using a controller, because sadly this doesn't work with the 360. But I mean, look at how good it looks, circa 2010. There's also a remake for Quake Shattered Dimensions? I forget exactly which one that is. But there's a remake mod for a mod, and that is some bad lighting. The darker colors in this don't come out that great on my monitor, unfortunately. Let's see. And yeah, a huge plot point that will never be followed up on, because at the end of AVP, we got nothing. which is just sad. But hey, you know, that's just the way it goes these days. Alright, now there's supposed to be another secret around here, but I never can find it. Quake 1. Quake 1 is one of those games that I like it well enough, but it's not my favorite of the id Software games. I'm more of a Quake 2 kind of guy. I mean, I would have liked to have seen Quake 1 followed up on legitimately, but sadly we're never going to get that. I mean, there's some games that are kind of like that, but not exactly. I mean, I think there's one game called Scourge or something, but it's just not quite the same. I think of all the id Software games, Quake is actually my least favorite, just because of the enemy types. We'll definitely see the main enemy type that I absolutely hate in the next level, but this is why you want to be a member of the PC Gaming Master Race, because you get this, whereas people on the Switch can only dream of it. It is the fever dream of a madman to play something with graphics and lighting this good, which was even better circa 2010. I remember my computer revved quite a bit when I tried to play this back then. Let's see. And see you, Shane. Crossplay does look pretty good. Source port that makes the game look similar. The problem with the Quake 2 source port is I can never get it to work right. But then again, I haven't tried to get it to work right since, I think like 2015, so it might be better now. But it always changed the brightness on my monitor, which always annoyed me. And that enemy we just killed is the most hated enemy that I have in this game, because it's like, I hate that ogre. It takes forever to kill those bastards. There's just too many bullet sponges for me in this game. Like, the Shambler. When we get to that fucking abominable so-mad piece of shit, it's like, when we get to him, it's like, he takes so much damage, he's so much faster than the Cyber Demon, that it just makes it an exercise in frustration, at least to me. Now, I do like the whole aesthetic of the game, but it's just, the enemy types just anger me to no end. But back in 1990, whatever the fuck, when this game came out, it was a big deal. Getting this to run on DOS was not as easy as you might think. And like, being able to actually run this game was like a big deal. And thankfully, at that time, my grandfather worked at Compaq. And so we always had the most top-of-the-line machines, so of course I got to play this. It's actually kind of funny, though. It's like the whole violent video game mentality is one of those things where, is this game really violent? For me, it's like, this is not really a violent game, per se. I mean, I'm shooting random, like, Hell Knights. I think a real violent... And yeah, I just blew this guy into chunks, but at the same time, it's all fantasy. It's not real. Now, if you were playing a game where you were actually fighting real people, like... Actually, I wouldn't even say Postal 2 is, like, some kind of a psychotic game, because, like, with Postal 2, it's meant to be a parody, but... I guess the thing is, you know... This is not really teaching kids to be violent. Oh yeah, I can save whenever I want! I forgot all about that! Oh my god! Save. I'm not limited to one save! I love the sound of that nail gun. It's just beautiful. And also, this game does not give you enough ammo. And I'm not really a big fan of the weapons in this. Because, like, you never have enough nails until you're always, like, just walking forward and shoving a shotgun up on one of these bastards' ass. And it's like, it just gets a little bit annoying after a while. Cube 2 Sour Broughton? Does the Crisis... Ensure every PC could run it. Yeah, that was the N64 version, because the Nintendo 64 did what the PS1 didn't. Well, except PS1 did eventually run Quake 2, but whatever. We can ignore that. The console war never ends. And that is one ugly motherfucker. Let's see. I forget exactly. Oh yeah, we go through here. No, we don't. I forget. Am I just old and tired? I'm just gonna say that. Ah, here it is. You go through here. I know how to play this game. I played a billion times. Hey, random Hell Knights. I still prefer Doom to this, though. But then again, it's like, Doom is just of that quality. And yet I say that, and yet I can't tell you how many times I played this game. But just look at those graphics. It looks great for 2010. And I don't know if you'll noticed or not, but when you kill the zombies, little ghosts come out. But the ogre is what basically makes the game kind of not that great for me, because these things just take so much damage. And they got a chainsaw and a goddamn grenade launcher. If they just had the grenade launcher or just had the chainsaw, you know, maybe it wouldn't be so bad. But it's that chainsaw and grenade launcher combo. And look at how much damage they take. It's basically the rye bread of, you know, the game here. It's just, don't die from the elevator, please. Thank you. I do like how the zombies, you have to blow into pieces to actually kill them. But Quake will never be my favorite, but it will definitely be a game I will play forever. They're literally just throwing chunks of themselves at you. At least that's what we hope that is. Could be something substantially more, you know, the Sega Saturn had some interesting, ports at the time. I think, like, the Quake 1 used the Slave Driver engine, I think? Or maybe that was Duke Nukem, I can't remember. Although I will say that I prefer this, in some cases, to Duke Nukem. But then again, like, you were kind of spoiled for choice around this time of the 90s. Like, in the past, like, all you'd had was, like, Doom or Rise of the Triad or Wolfenstein, but then, you know, like, mid-90s, you were getting all kinds of crap. Well, maybe not all kinds of crap. You were getting all kinds of quality. There we go. One day, Dark XL needs to be a thing, or maybe like a Unity port, something. If there's gonna be another remaster or remake or something, there needs to be a way to play Dark Forces 1, because it's absolutely criminal how hard it is to play that game. There was like a port that they tried to do called Dark XL, but I don't think it really works right anymore. I mean, I did a video on that years ago. Like, literal, I think like a decade ago. My god, I'm old. I think we'll try to finish... How long have I been going, anyway? Does not say how long I've been going. It's 8:32, so I guess I'll go till 9. We'll see if we can't actually beat the entire shareware episode of Quake 1. Okay, let's save here. Because I know that thing's gonna plop out and I don't want to get killed. There we go. And I could literally play this in my sleep. I've actually played video games in my sleep. For some reason, a few months ago, and I remember this quite distinctly, I ended up playing Medal of Honor in my sleep. I'm not really sure why. And that's another game I need to stream. And it's also another game that needs a proper remastering. Because actually running that in a modern day screen resolution is more difficult than it should be. The Power Slave shot up in price. You know, I do not remember what Power Slave was. Is that the one where, like, you're a giant robot? Or is that Slave Zero? I think that might be Slave Zero. I'm not 100% certain. Check the chat here. Better on PS1. Seems to be centered in the YouTube comments. Oh my. I'm not surprised. 1v1. What's my favorite Quake enemy? Now that's a good question. I'm not really sure. I think it would just be the generic foot soldier, because it's just fun to blast them, because they stand no chance. The ogre is my most hated enemy. I hate this bastard. I'd like to, like, perform an execution or literally shove that grenade launcher up his ass, but... Actually, no, I take that back. Not the generic foot soldier. My favorite enemy in this game is the zombie, because it's a very unique enemy. They actually made the zombies, you know, different from all the others. Look at that! Look at that right there! Look at this! How are you supposed to fight them? I ask you! Hey, get out of my way, zombies. Nobody cares about you. You haven't been popular since 2008. Oh no, is it going to fall on me or is it going to split apart? Oh my god, I am still alive. There is a shambler up there. At least I think there is. Hell Knights, the ones that come later. Iron Maiden album. I do not remember how far I made it. I just know I was somewhere near a truck. That's all I can remember. Oh, it's just some of these little bastards. The demon monkeys. There is my nail gun. 9 Inch Nails? Why do we need all these new bands? Those new bands suck. Actually, 9 Inch Nails doesn't suck, but who remembers Sonic Youth? No one, that's who. I used to be a classic rock snob until I discovered Sabaton. Now, I know that I can be hip with the cool kids. Not that I really cared about being hip with the cool kids, but whatever. See, even for a mod from 2010, this still looks pretty damn good. The unidentified flying bastards that actually look legitimately scary now. And before we get any more remasters, I want my Dusk 2. We got the super nail gun, aka the Penetrator. That basically you can't use too much because it burns through ammo like you wouldn't believe. Oh my god, we've got N64 distance fog! Save. Ah, fuck you, Knights. You don't know how to use a fucking elevator. Don't fall. Don't fall. Please, God, don't fall. No! You would think that after 30 years, I would not know not to fall. You would think. You also would think I wouldn't try to charge the guy with a chainsaw either, but you'd be wrong. Someone trying to reverse engineer Turok 3. I think that will come out eventually just because Turok 3 is a game of decent enough quality and notoriety that it'll make money. You little bastard. Can I camp me as I come up there? Now, back in the day, I did not have access to the internet. Because not everyone did in the 90s. And I most certainly did not. But around 2010, 2011, I did play Quake multiplayer and co-op, and it is a very fun game co-op. Like, it is really good co-op. Huh, I wonder why they stopped putting co-op in video games. How horrible indeed. And they want to charge extra for it. Games as a service. Save. It really wasn't until like 2010 that I started really playing a lot of these multiplayer games because I was a bit of a shut-in when I was a kid. It wasn't so much that people didn't want to talk to me, it's that I didn't want to talk to them. I was like, who wants to talk to these worthless humies? I wouldn't have said that, but I was definitely less, it's actually kind of funny. I had this, what I like to call Larry David syndrome back when I was a kid. So I would literally, like, reject people and then complain about being rejected. I don't really have too many regrets from that time period because, well, I was a stupid kid and, well, I didn't do it nearly as bad as some. But I remember this because I didn't really like the movie, but I still think I would have enjoyed going to see it. And that is Spider-Man 2. There was one kid when I was in middle school who actually offered to, for me to go with him to go see Spider-Man 2, which was then new. And I was like, yeah, I don't really want to go see that. I kind of regret that, because that was nice. But Spider-Man 2 still sucks! But it was a nice offer, and I should have taken it. But Spider-Man 2 sucks. Spider-Man 2 sucks? Changed my mind, right? Let's see. I think that the port no longer being made. Prey 2006 is more of a Turok game. I would actually say, though, Prey 2006 is a good Turok game, but I think Turok 2008, people were just too hard on it back when it came out. Because Turok 2008 does have a lot of good going for it. I would like to stream that, but I can't get that busted to work. The graphics won't display right, and I'm not really sure why. Would you die already, you bastard? Let's see. 1996. Yeah, I didn't really get steady internet until, I want to say 2000. And then I didn't really get deep into like the internet until 2008. No! I'm not going through all that again. Okay, fuck it. I'm just gonna use the chain gun or the nail gun. Probably not the best idea, but then again, we've got all sorts of bad ideas around here. I like how the backpack is very nicely rendered. We need a further adventure of Ranger. He's like the only protagonist that hasn't gotten much after this game. It's just not fair. Let's see. It's not as bad as you lay out to be, but it's also... And oh yeah, Turok 2008 is a lot like, you know, AVP 3. It's not as good as what we had come to expect, but that doesn't mean it was awful either. It's kind of sad that you know, like a games from the latter day of the 2000s are so much better than what we have today, because at least they were trying. Versus today, when it's games as a service. This is like the shit level here. Like, this was like the greatest, because it was like this epic gothic castle, and it's beautiful. It is really a very beautiful game. Now, initially, when Quake came out, I did not have the full game. I just had the shareware version. It wasn't until, I think, like 98 that I had the full version, and even then I didn't have it for very long, unfortunately, because something ended up happening to the disc, and then all I had was the does F6 do that? It does. Okay, good. Then all I had was the shareware version ever after, and then something happened to all my games. I have no idea. Oh, goddammit. I hate this thing. It is the worst enemy in the game. It moves fast. It has that fucking lightning attack. And that's the most awesome thing ever. I hate the Shambler. I hate it. I hate it. It's of the devil. It's like the Super Devil. Only not as contentious. Let's see. Turok Rage Wars. I never played that, although I was aware of it back in the 90s. I just was not a multiplayer kind of guy. Because once again, Larry David. Was it going to associate with other kids? Although I ended up doing that anyway. It's kind of weird. I look back at that. It's just kind of hilarious. How I would say I didn't have any friends, and yet I kind of did. I don't know. Teenagers are moody. Let's just put it at that. Let's just leave it at that. Oh, you goddamn ogre motherfucker. At least I got some grenades. Okay, hold on now. I guess it kind of looked like that. It's a little more fleshy than that. Let's see. Why does Spider-Man 2 suck? Spider-Man 2 sucks because because unless you like Tobey Maguire, it's basically just Tobey Maguire kind of whining around for 2 hours. Doc Ock was okay, but they made him a little too sympathetic. And they made him simultaneously too crazy and not... To me, he passed the threshold between being sympathetic and just being a villain. I liked what they did in the Spider-Man PS4 game when it came to making Doc Ock more sympathetic. Although, to be perfectly honest, I would love it if Doc Ock could actually become, like, a member of the Spider family, like, not go villain. And I think that'd be kind of an interesting take on his character. Because it just seems like it's a wasted opportunity. And it's not, because like Spider-Man PS4 really kind of, I actually would have never even thought of Doc Ock not being a villain had it not been for Spider-Man PS4. Because in that game, it makes sense, like, it looked really cool of where where Doc Ock could actually be like an ally helping Spider-Man make his various gadgets. But, oh well. Then again, I'm also a proponent of the independent Spider-Man as well. Because having Spider-Man now basically just be Tony Stark Jr. did not really appeal. Even if I prefer the Tom Holland Spider-Man to literally any of the others, because at least he looks like he's, you know, has that inner strength that you expect from Spider-Man. But that's just my opinion. Alright, let's save again. I'll check the chat in just a second. I'm being attacked by, like, the worst enemy in the game. The absolute worst enemy in the game. The one enemy that just is so goddamn cheap it's not even funny. Alright, and we go up the elevator and shoot him in the face with every nail imaginable. Grab that. Alright. Yeah, the 90s Spider-Man is by far my favorite interpretation of the character. First off, they made Spider-Man built. Second off, they made him like basically what Iron Man is today. He was like the leader of the superheroes. Oh yeah, the darkness. The darkness really does need a PC port. I do intend to do something with that game. Because I do have it. This is not my original copy, but I did pre-order that bloody game, and it is good. The entirety of To Kill a Mockingbird is in that game. It's weird, but they put an entire film in the game, and in 2007 I was like, oh my god, it's the future. They have a movie in the game. Spider-Man films. Yeah, and Spider-Man should move on from high school, but Tobey was just too... Honestly, he seemed too wimpy to me. I mean, I get that it's him being, you know, like, kind of emotional, but you can be emotional without being wimpy. God damn it. Fucking ogre. You best... No! Oh, good God. Please tell me I'm not all the way... Yeah, I'm all the way back in Grizzly Grotto. Brilliant. Okay, open that up. Give me the chain gun. Let me waste all my nails. I'm not even going to attack you. But I am going to attack you. I thought I'd saved. Yeah, well. And jump. Let me see here. Spider-Man films. OP. Yes, he was. Spawn from that last episode was way worse. The Amazing Spider-Man films. I've never actually seen the Amazing Spider-Man films. When they came out, I was too busy with life to really care. Although my then girlfriend at the time did see it and said it was pretty crap. So, yeah. For me, I just didn't really give a damn. The only movie that came out that year that I thought was any good was Dark Knight Rises. See, that's the thing. I should have a soft spot for Avengers, the first one, because that was technically the first film I ever saw with a girl. The only problem was Avengers was kind of crap, to be honest. I mean, well, when I say it was crap, it wasn't poorly made or poorly acted, but it was... Oh, crap. Yep. Oh, no, we're fine. It wasn't poorly made or poorly acted, but it just was so generic. And that's why I just didn't really like it. But Dark Knight Rises actually had a good degree of, you know, punch to it. I actually watched that when I was sick. It was one of those, like, once again, it was kind of new at the time thing where, like, you could watch it on, like, pay-per-view or something? I forget exactly. Okay, I just walked right into that door. Let's see. I do not remember where we're supposed to go. Let's save anyway. Spawn. Oh yeah, Tim Burton's Batman. That was a classic, except for Batman Returns. I watched that back in 2019 after not having seen it for a number of years. It did not age well. Especially since I watched it immediately after seeing Joker, which was Joker was worth the hype, I can tell you that. I didn't think I'd like it, but surprise, surprise, it was actually pretty good. Oh crap, fucking zombies. But the big problem with Batman Returns is there's too many villains. That's the first issue. And then on top of that, it has a lot of tonal problems. Like, it wants to be kind of silly, but then it also wants to be serious. It just kind of fails on both accounts. And there's a few good moments in it, but like Batman 89 is the best of the Burton baddies. Like, the best by far. And like, yeah, you can really tell the model work, but the model work's good enough that you can kind of ignore it. And I kind of like the more rougher-edged Batman. It's like the more one that's more willing to kill. There's actually a comic continuation. That is epic lighting right there. Shit. Aw, crap. I am so dead. Just fucking vaporize him. And he goes runs so fucking fast. Ugh. He angers me with his very existence. I think we're getting close to the end of the shareware episode, but I don't remember exactly. Let's see. Back playing the darkness is like, and yeah, the darkness is kind of bad like that. It doesn't tell you exactly what you're supposed to do, but trust me, look up a walkthrough and you'll figure it out. MCU with the assumption Captain Marvel, stale in Phase 3. I'd say that the Marvel movies. Oh yeah, Ross, dude, I finished the Alien campaign before you showed up, so I thought I would go ahead and do the Quake Epsilon remake mod in honor of Quake Remastered coming out. Now, like this, if you don't really know what you're doing, you're not going to be having good times, because how would you know to hit those switches? This is kind of a generic boss fight, though, because it's like, and he's not that big of a threat, really. I just would like it if we had to shoot him, but whatever. This was pretty big back in the day, though, because like when you saw Chthon come out of the lava, it was like, oh my, because that was something you literally had never seen before. Because like in first-person shooters, that was like, that was big back in '96. I remember that quite well. And then you kill him, he falls in the lava. Don't fall in the lava. Don't fall in the lava. Although being that close to lava would make me die, but whatever. And you jump through the Stargate and completed. I will actually go and do one more level as the corpse of the monstrous entity Chthon sinks back into the lava. Whence it rose, you grip the rune of earth magic tightly. Now that you have conquered the dimension of the doomed, realm of earth magic, you are ready to complete your task. A rune of magic power lies at the end of each haunted land of Quake. Go forth and seek the totality of the 4 runes. Now, if this was the shareware version, it would tell you to call up id Software to get more. Alright, let's see what we got here. Tried Viet Doom recently. Sergeant Mark would make a Winter War mod. That'd be kind of neat. Right now, he's working on a real like game he's going to sell on Steam. Looks pretty good. Now, that game I am excited for. Why is everything sinking into the floor? Realize this mod makes the chamber look like the Bumble from old. You know, now that you mention it, that is true. Only boss fight in the game. If Rudolph was bipolar. Oh my. If this game reminds you of Quake, then that's good, because this is Quake. Although I'm shooting at a prism. I think there's something wrong with the mod. Oh dear. I do not know why the mod is not working right. It's like, why are the enemies not rendering right? Why is everything... Did I install it wrong? Well, isn't that a fine kettle of fish? But oh well. That's annoying. Thankfully, you don't end up really fighting some of these monsters that aren't, you know, rendering properly after this level anyway, so who cares? Venom is weird. Venom without Spider-Man. It'll look like the Defiance of Hellraiser. Venom is an interesting thing. I'm looking forward to that next Venom film, but it looks like what they're trying to do is basically they're turning Venom into sort of like a harder edge Spider-Man. Because like he's still like the hero that Spider-Man would normally be. Which I don't really have a problem with, but it's just kind of a weird way of doing things. What am I being shot at by? I'm being shot at by a little triangle. And it's just weird. I do not know why that's doing that. I already did get that. I'm a big fan of these little tech-based levels in Quake. Sadly, there's not that many of them, and I seem to have gone into the shadow dimension. I do not... Oh, it's just bad lighting. And it's weird that those enemies aren't rendering. And like the floor textures are all wrong. Die, random polygon! That polygon's tough. I think it might already be dead. But how could that... How can you fight that, which has no life? Easy, you just take his hot pockets away. How any human being could ever eat a hot pocket, I have no idea. They were terrible back in the day, and they're even worse now. I can hear something breathing. That's the breathing you get after you eat a hot pocket. I happen to be a decent fan of Unreal, but it's not my favorite. It has some of the same issues as Hexen. It's really hard to tell where you're supposed to go. And I never actually finished Unreal until very, very recently. Well, okay, within the last 10 years, but whatever. We're going to ignore that. Okay, is there something I'm missing? There must be something I'm missing. There's nothing there. That leads you back to here. Well, I found a secret area by accident, but whatever. Yeah, let's just pop through there. Okay, is this where we go? And the answer is no. Yeah, I've not played this level that much over the years. Okay, so it's gotta be up here somewhere. What did I miss? Okay, there we go. I just fell down. I did not actually play Unreal until 2013. No! Don't hit the nuke! Don't hit the nuke! Whatever you do, don't hit the nuke. And I did not play Unreal Tournament also until 2013. I just never really... I don't think I'd even seen those games back in the day. Let's go ahead and save. Die, Polygon! Yeah, die, Polygon, with their insane articles. Eventually I need to do a live stream of Resistance Fall of Man. That now can be emulated. And it's not that bad. It's definitely not the best. You can definitely tell that whoever wrote the story really didn't know anything about technology, but it's an interesting series of games nonetheless. Now that needs to be given a PC port as well. Everything just needs a PC port to stay the test of time. Because without a PC port, you get forgotten once the consoles break down. But I'm doing this on spin-off series. But couldn't run Unreal back then. Unreal 2. Yes, I've played Unreal 2. It's not bad either. It's... You can definitely tell it was like an early Xbox game because it had that feel to it. But it wasn't the best, it wasn't the worst. It was a little more straightforward than Unreal the original, but just didn't really have that much staying power in terms of like interest. We're being attacked by rogue polygons! It's just bizarre. I don't know what could have happened there. And yeah, Unreal's music was really bloody good. Okay, now... Okay, the textures are still all messed up. That's just weird. Utterly insane. Well, you know what we're gonna do? I'm not done with the stream yet. We're actually gonna pop over to Doom just because I do want to show off a mod that I'm really quite fond of. Called it's the cyber. I don't remember what the name exactly is, but it's the Cyberpunk mod. I'm sure you can just hunt up Doom Cyberpunk mod. It says here it's DBP37. That doesn't exactly help, but whatever. All right, let's pop that in there. Activate the yield controller so I can save my hands. Let's see. Polygons look like an N64 platformer. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, that's the one, Egoist. It's really good. Alright, let's just, yeah, let's go for brutal. This reminds me a lot of, the Bombshell game. Iron Maiden. Or Ion Maiden. Actually, I don't remember what it's called. It's either Iron Maiden or Ion Maiden. There's a few minor performance hiccups on this, though. Not exactly getting 60 FPS. I need to fix my GZ Doom. I just haven't had the time or the patience to do so. Music sounds some vaguely Mega Man inspired, which that's not a bad thing. Oh god, there's a grenade. And you can play this with a controller, and I'm very happy you can, because my hands be tired. Now I gotta get used to the gameplay in Brutal Doom again. Let's see, Ion Maiden. Called Ion Maiden, now it's Ion Fury. Oh yeah, that's the one. Doom Max. Never heard of Doom Max. Cyberpunk. Technically we are kind of living in a cyberpunk dystopia. What with all like the censorship from social media and things of that nature. And the fact that we're all always online all the time. Except we didn't get the Matrix, where you actually just plug your brain into a computer. But Cyberpunk, I liked 80s Cyberpunk just because it had, you know, the 80s aesthetic is one that I still quite enjoy. You know, you have like super tech next to cassette tapes. There's something about that I absolutely love. I mean, you could put data on a cassette tape, just have really, really long loading times. Now, if you want some good 80s anime, I really recommend checking out Appleseed. Along with, what was that other one? Oh, I can't remember what it is now. But it's done by the same guy who did Appleseed. About a killer robot on the loose. And of course, the scientist programmed his daughter to be like the main target of like the killer robot. Because of course, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you do that? I mean, it makes perfect sense. It's pretty good though. And there's a lot of 80s anime references in this particular mod. Now this doesn't work 100% either for whatever reason. It's like there are some missing textures. Like there, it says cars. I don't know what's supposed to be there, but it's not. A real human being and a real human herd. Whatever that means. But these are still some damn good levels. Even if they're not 100% working right, at least with this mod. And I cannot get into that window because reasons. Let's go ahead and save. Yeah, oh my god, it's 903. I'll keep going. Appleseed's a manga? Black Magic M66. Yep, that's the one. I think I did a review of that years ago with Raynick, I think. And for any fans of Raynick, he actually did come back. Did come back recently. Been talking to him a little bit. And he's doing pretty good. Still awesome. He's not going to have any time to come on stream anytime soon, but we should be able to have him back on here before too long. Hopefully. 2020 was not a fun year for a lot of people. Although it wasn't that bad for me, so there's that. Oh yeah, dude, you think you got a riot shield that's going to help you? Eat grenade, you bastard. Seen Hackers from 1995? No, I have not. I know it exists, but I have not seen that. I've never been a big fan of like hacker movies. Hacking is not quite what the films lead you to believe. Although every time I ever, you know, like am able to run like a flash cartridge or something, it's like, I'm a hacker. Or put a new firmware on like one of those Chinese clone consoles. It's like, I hacked into the system, man. The firewall is mine. Oh, you goddamn chain gunners. You know, once I got out of AVP, they followed me. See, there needs to be a mod where you can play things from the Imp's perspective. I am glad that the people working on Project Brutality V3 added in, you know, like voices for the zombies. It just adds that little bit of ambience. Alright, they're gonna kill the Marine, huh? How about you enjoy a grenade? I like this music. When it comes to 90s films, I really recommend watching Fifth Element. Oh god, that's a good movie. It's basically Duke Nukem the movie. See, now I have no faith in Duke Nukem the movie ever being created. Because, well, I think John Cena would be too busy filleting China to be in that. Be too much toxic masculinity. Oh crap, fucking Caco Demon. That's one way to get eaten out, but anyway. Grenade. And, oh come on, don't tell me they survived. Come on, chuck it, chuck it. Save, save, save. MP Vendetta. I've never heard of that. Siren, Cold as Hell, Strange Aeons. I played like all of those. Impatient. Well, I've never heard of that. I will need to look those up after the stream. Give me that sweet, sweet chainsaw. Or give me that sweet, sweet nail gun. The nail gun in this game is broken as fuck. Like, it is the most broken weapon in the game. It's more powerful than, like, the plasma rifle. Like, you would not believe how powerful the nail gun really is. Well, fuck it. Fire axe. Because, you know, you might have a... When in doubt, just hit things with a fire axe. Why not? I mean, otherworldly hell beast, fire axe. Or chainsaw. See, I got the chainsaw now. Yeah, it's the Quake 1 nail gun. And it is ridiculous. Okay, let's take that out. Just look at that. Just completely eradicates everything. Bimbos. I happen to be... God damn it. Fucking... I was trying to read the sign, game. Clippy. Yeah, that's all. That's the only place you're gonna see Clippy these days. All right, let's get that chain nail gun out and chuck the grenade. Boom. That should have killed all of them, but whatever. So I prefer Microshaft versus Bimbos. Oh, it is. It's Microsoft Bimbos, huh? You know, that's not as far-fetched. I bet there is probably a Chinese knockoff of Windows that has somehow has even more spyware in it. No grenades left. I'm never out of ammo. Until they fucking ban the importation of Russian ammo, which doesn't really mean much because the Russian ammo has been banned from imports since 2013. All that it's going to do is drive the price of Steelcase up because of all the goddamn panic buying. And then, you know, they're going to get some new importers, and we'll be back having, you know, wolf ammo within the next year or so. But it's still really annoying. It's like, first they botch Afghanistan, and then they're making it even harder to get ammo here, after giving a bunch of terrorists plenty of modern American guns. What really kind of sucks, I know it's kind of a mood whiplash, but every time I think about it, it pisses me off. Literally, the U.S. left so much shit over there, it's not even funny. Makes you want to take steroids. But, left so much shit over there, it's not even funny. But now you see pictures, they've all got ARs. They're all the most advanced ARs. Good job. Good job. Mission accomplished, right? But anyway, Fifth Element was dated even for 97. How could you, Sean Johnson? Fifth Element is like the greatest 90s film. I watched that just like a year ago. It's still good. Bruce Willis is Duke Nukem. It's like the only movie where, whatever the hell her name is, Mila Jovovich was actually able to act. I mean, I'm sorry, Paul W.S. Henderson, your wife can't act, and she's not very attractive either. But whatever. And I'm pissed off that, like, Alice is always, the major hero. Alright, let's go ahead and save, because this is the final. This is not easy. Especially when you don't remember how to actually activate this thing. Oh yeah, you gotta hit the fucking switch. There we go. Alright, after this level, I'm going to call it a night, because it is getting late, and I am tired. Oh, there's a bear in hell? Who cares? You got a nail gun. It's just ridiculous. Look at that. You literally just turn a cacodemon into a cloud of blue flesh. It's beautiful. It's just beautiful. It's like you've got a whole ranked force of random zombies. Just nails. Just nail them. Wait, what? Got another bloody bear in hell? Don't even stand a chance. I've still got 143 health left. That's supposed to be a really hard fight? Nope. Okay, now where the hell? Oh, is there some guy still left alive? No. Oh, is that supposed to be hard? All that stuff we get, that Soviets was getting outdated. Oh yeah, I can agree with that. Joy ring? I do not know what that would mean, but okay. Joy ring to you. It's such a beautiful series of levels, though. I think it's like 30 levels long. Most of them are good. Some of them are a little bit like on the impossible side, because like where you had to fight like a bunch of archviles at once. All right, that is Glass Messiah. Today has been a good stream. I'm glad everybody could show up. Next time we'll beat all of the, we'll start trying to beat all of the bonus levels in AVP 1. But until then, I am General Lotz, wishing you good. Doom, Quake, whatever makes you happy.